Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely pumped to have you here because today we're diving deep into something that could literally revolutionize your fitness journey. We're decoding the exact real-world biological mechanisms behind how everyday whole foods fuel serious muscle growth and raw strength. Look, if you've been grinding at the gym but feel like you've hit a total plateau, the secret might not be your workout routine. It's probably in your kitchen. So let's jump right in. I want you to ask yourself a super important question. Are you throwing away your best muscle building fuel? Like literally throwing it in the trash? We're so conditioned to hunt down the next expensive tub of powder, but what if I told you the absolute most powerful natural muscle builders on the planet are just chilling in your fridge and pantry right now? And you might actually be misusing them, or just completely ignoring them entirely. I absolutely love this quote from our research sources today. Don't get distracted by this protein powder propaganda, right? Today, we are going to challenge a whole lot of conventional gym bro wisdom. We're shifting the spotlight entirely onto how complex, naturally occurring whole food nutrients dramatically outperform synthetic supplements when it comes to long-term strength, recovery, and just overall vitality. Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the protein powder myth, look into fast-acting protein synthesizers, slow-digesting recovery foods, energy and pump boosters, essential fats and vitality, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with your ultimate muscle blueprint. Let's kick things off with Section 1, the protein powder myth, rethinking natural nutrition. You know, it's a super common misconception that lifting weights makes your muscles bigger right there on the spot. Actually, scratch that. It does the exact opposite. It tears them down. To understand why specific foods actually build muscle, we have to look at muscle protein synthesis, or MPS. This is basically the biological process where your body stitches those torn microscopic fibers back together, making them thicker and stronger than before. Every single food we're looking at today was chosen specifically because of how it uniquely triggers this exact repair process. Moving on to Section 2, fast-acting protein synthesizers. Instant fuel for post-workout growth. Okay, so you just finished a grueling workout and your muscles are practically screaming for immediate repair. Enter the classic gym debate, egg whites versus whole eggs. Gym culture tells us, hey, toss the yolk to save calories. But science shows that eating whole eggs post-workout actually doubles muscle protein synthesis compared to just eating the egg whites. Crazy, right? Why? Because that golden yolk is packed with healthy fats, choline, and essential B vitamins that slow down digestion just perfectly. This feeds a steady flow of amino acids directly to your muscles for hours. Plus, that natural dietary cholesterol, it triggers a boost in testosterone production, which is absolutely crucial for muscle density. When you throw away the yolk, you are literally throwing away your gains. Let's take a look at the raw numbers for some massive natural protein hits. A standard 3-ounce serving of chicken breast delivers a whopping 26 grams of high-quality protein, and it's packed with vitamin B6 to boost your body's muscle-building metabolism. Greek yogurt is right on its heels with 20 grams. But hey, do not sleep on plant power. Lentils bring an impressive 18 grams of protein per single cup. Even better, they're loaded with iron and magnesium for oxygen transport. And here's a pro tip for you. When you pair lentils with rice, you magically create a complete amino acid profile that rivals pretty much any animal protein out there. And honestly, this perfectly illustrates how whole foods go way beyond just hitting a raw protein number. Grass-fed lean beef naturally delivers creatine and conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, which actually helps reduce body fat while actively increasing muscle mass. It also has saturated fats that are critical for maintaining healthy testosterone levels. Then we have salmon. Oh man, salmon is just loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These incredible fats actually increase the anabolic ability of the amino acids already in your body, basically supercharging the whole muscle breakdown and repair cycle. All right, on to Section 3, slow digesting recovery foods, feeding your muscles while you sleep. Look, building muscle isn't a part-time job. It's a 24-hour process. When you go to sleep, you're essentially fasting for 7 to 8 hours. And to prevent your body from literally eating its own hard-earned muscle tissue for energy, you need a completely different type of fuel, and that is casein. This is a slow-digesting dairy protein that forms a sort of gel in your stomach. It slowly and continuously drips amino acids into your bloodstream for hours on end, effectively stopping your body from entering a catabolic or muscle-wasting state. You've probably seen those giant, expensive tubs of whey and casein protein powders at the store. But foods like milk and Greek yogurt, they're actually biological marvels because nature already gave them the absolute perfect mixture of both. Greek yogurt gives you that fast-digesting whey for an instant post-workout hit, plus the slow-digesting casein for long-lasting recovery. It's basically nature's perfectly engineered recovery blend. So the real trick is knowing exactly what to eat right before your head hits the pillow. Our sources highlight cottage cheese, or paneer, as the ultimate night fuel. It is just packed with casein and the amino acid glutamine, which acts as a fundamental building block for muscle repair and actually stops overnight soreness. Want a real game changer? Try mixing a spoonful of natural peanut butter into your cottage cheese before bed. The healthy fats in the peanut butter slow down the digestion even further, which promotes this continuous, steady muscle growth while you're catching deep seas. Section 4. Energy and pump boosters. Maximizing your workout performance. You can eat all the protein in the world, but if you don't have the raw energy to lift heavy or the blood flow to deliver those nutrients where they need to go, you're going to hit a brick wall. So, here is one of my absolute favorite biological hacks: eating chocolate before the gym. No, I am totally serious. We are talking about flavanols, which are found in high-quality dark chocolate with 70% cocoa or more. Eating just a few squares acts as nature's ultimate pre-workout. The flavanols spike nitric oxide levels in your blood, dilating your blood vessels to give you an insane skin-tearing muscle pump and way better oxygen delivery. Plus, it actively drops cortisol, which is that pesky stress hormone that causes your body to store fat. When it comes to fueling the actual movement, bananas are your best friend. They are loaded with natural sugars, potassium, and vitamin B6 for an instant, easily digestible rush of energy and endurance. On the flip side, for heavy, grueling resistance training, you need sustained fuel. That's where brown rice and quinoa step in, providing complex, slow-digesting carbohydrates. Quinoa in particular is amazing here because science shows it actually increases levels of insulin like growth factor 1, or IGF-1, in the body. And trust me, IGF-1 is highly, highly supportive of serious raw strength gains. That brings us to Section 5, Essential Fats and Vitality, the traditional science of soaked superfoods. Let's step away from modern gym bro science for just a second and look at an incredibly solid foundation favored by traditional wrestlers and heavy lifters to unlock massive vitality. It all comes back to omega-3 fatty acids. We touched on them with salmon, but plant sources like roasted flax seeds, known traditionally as alsi, are absolute powerhouses. These healthy fats are critical for reducing inflammation in your joints after heavy lifts, keeping your heart healthy, and balancing that all-important testosterone. Getting these in regularly is a proven, time-tested method for long-term stamina and youthful vitality. And this really brilliantly illustrates how traditional wisdom aligns perfectly with modern biology. Here is a widely used traditional vitality mix. Step 1. Combine a handful of raw chickpeas, peanuts, almonds, raisins, and a bit of flaxseed. Step 2. Soak the whole shebang overnight in a glass of water. Step 3. In the morning, the almond skins will slide off effortlessly. You just peel them and eat the mix. But wait, why go through the trouble of soaking them? Well, soaking naturally breaks down anti-nutrients and makes all those incredible fats, proteins, and vitamins immediately bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb the absolute maximum amount of nutrients. If we focus specifically on those soaked chickpeas and peanuts for a second, this combo unlocks immense vitality. Peanuts are incredibly dense in calories, healthy fats, and the amino acid leucine, which directly flips the switch for protein synthesis. Chickpeas step in to provide rich fiber and iron. If you pair this soaked seed and nut mixture with a piece of jaggery or maybe a banana, you are giving your body an unbeatable, super budget-friendly foundation for explosive raw strength and long-lasting endurance. All right, let's wrap this up with Section 6, your ultimate muscle blueprint: structuring your daily nutrition. We have covered a massive amount of biology today, so let's tie it all together into an actionable 24-hour blueprint. In the morning, your goal is all about vitality and hormonal balance. That's exactly where your soaked chana, almonds, and whole eggs come in. Fast forward to pre-workout, you want energy and a massive pump. Grab a banana, some of that dark chocolate, or some brown rice. Immediately post-workout, your body needs fast synthesis to repair those torn fibers. Hit them hard with chicken breast, lentils, salmon, or some Greek yogurt. And finally, before bed, you want slow, steady recovery to prevent muscle breakdown. That is the perfect time for casein-rich cottage cheese or milk. You now know exactly how and why these specific whole foods trigger muscle growth, boost your testosterone, and speed up recovery way better than pretty much any expensive powders sitting on a shelf. Your kitchen is already packed with the most powerful natural muscle builders on Earth. So the only question left to ask yourself is, which one are you eating tonight? Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer.
Start utilizing the natural fuel you already have, and I guarantee your body will thank you for it. See you next time.